Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you are all safe and healthy, and I'm sure you have revised all the topics that have been covered before vacation. And I am also hoping that you have completed your holidays homework. Students, those who have completed their holidays homework, they can submit their work to their respective subject teachers on their personal chat. Okay. Now, students, before vacations, few of the students were confused about the poetic devices that I had given in test. So I think there is a need to revise all the poetic devices again, and here you can see on the screen that I have started with the poetic devices. I'm revising these poetic devices so that you can understand all the points that we will be doing in the next weeks. Okay, so here is the first is alliteration. Okay, alliteration, what do we call alliteration? You call alliteration in Hindi Anupras Alankar. Okay. Actually, what is the means of poetic devices is all the alankars that we are learning in English. So first is here alliteration. Alliteration is called in Hindi Anupras Alankar. That means the repetition of the first letters and therefore first sound of words. Here is one example is given. The white witch wanted to write a new spell. You can see WW is repeating again and again as the first letter of each word. Next example is also given. New Aunt Anita aimed to avoid annoying her tired sister. Here A is repeating again and again. Okay. This is called alliteration. One more example I can give you orally. The sun shines in the sky. Here S is repeating. Okay. So which poetic devices has been used here? Alliteration. Next is you can see on the screen personification. Personification as is cleared from the word personification. That means to the it is related with a person. That means giving inanimate objects and other phenomena human traits. That means we are comparing a non-living object with a living. Okay, just say, one example is given. The leaves danced in the wind. Can leaves dance? No. But leaves are compared as a human being because they can dance. Leaves are non-living and danced in the wind, twirling round and round before bowing out and resting on the cold ground. We can also one time is money. One more example I am giving you orally. Time is money. Can we see time? Is the time money? But we compare time as money. Okay. Law is blind. We call ना कानून अंधा होता है. Does कानून can see? No, it cannot see. So here we are assuming some non-living things to the living. They are called personification. Okay. Our third part is simile. Let me take out yes, simile. Simile I told you we have two types of comparison, metaphor and simile. You have learned in Hindi upma alankar. Okay, they are called in English simile, comparing two unrelated things to creating new understanding and meaning. Um, I can say, or I can give you a tip for this. Whenever we have like or as in our sentences, like such as, like, as, these, if we have these words in the sentence, that means simile is used in this. Simile is used as a poetic device. She ran like the wind. How could how does she run? She ran like the wind. हवा की तरह भागती है वो. His eyes were as blue as the sky. Now eyes are compared to the blue sky, but compared using as. So whenever we have like or as in the sentence, that means simile a has been used. Which that means we will give the name the poetic device as simile. Now our next device is metaphor. I have taken this device before because simile and metaphor, they have the same definition. That means we are comparing one to another. But what is the difference between these two comparison? I told you in the simile that whenever we use as or like in the sentence, that means simile has been used. But whenever we have a direct comparison without using as or like, that means This poetic device is metaphor, a device that asserts that one object is another, bringing new meaning to the original subject for a fresh understanding. Okay, from Shakespeare, example are given. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining. We can also say like this. It is raining like cats and dogs, but we have not used like, as, or such as. So when we have direct comparison without using as or like, that means metaphor is used. From Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. Now too many metaphors is used. Juliet is the sun. Juliet is directly compared to the sun. Okay. One more example, I can say he is a lion. He is a lion means he is as covered as, sorry, he is as brave as lion. So I have compared him as lion. He is a lion. She is a moon. That means she is as beautiful as moon. I have directly compared her with moon. She is a moon. Okay. I hope the difference between metaphor and simile is clear to you. Now, students, our next poetic device is, as you can see on the screen, symbolism. Symbolism is, as it is clear from the word itself, that we are using symbol, or we can say we are symbolizing something to make it more special, using objects or action to mean something more than what appears on the surface. Okay, example is given, the dawn of a new day often is used to symbolize a new beginning. That means dawn of a new day, the beginning of the day is symbolized with a new beginning. Okay. uh, the one more example is given. You have not read this poem, the albatross in Samuel Taylor Coleridge poem is there. Time of the ancient madness symbolizes a burden. Oh, well a day, what evil looks. These are all examples from that poem. In daily life, people often associate colors with ideas. Here it is also given a very good example. Colors with ideas. That means black with death, red with love, white with purity or peace. Here we have also more example. That is our tricolor flag. Green color symbolizes greenery, white color peace, and saffron with the harmony. Okay, so tricolor flag. All these tricolor, our tricolor flag symbolizes all the three things. I hope it is clear. Now let's move to the next poetic devices, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, in short, I can say whenever a sound, voice, name of the sound is there in the sentence, that is called onomatopoeia. One poem is in your syllabus, uh, the tale of the custard. The tale of the dragon custard is poem. There is 10th poem in your syllabus. This poetic device, onomatopoeia, will be using too much in that poem. Okay, so please keep these things in mind. Onomatopoeia, I will also be explaining in the poem, the tale of the custard, the dragon. Onomatopoeia means words whose sound mimics natural sound or sound of an object. That I also told you, whenever we have a name of the sound in the sentence, that means onomatopoeia refers. Bang, flutter, buzz, hum. The birds tweet in chipper chatter outside the window. Chipper chatter is the sound of the bird. A loud bang jarred me from sleep. That is, bang is the loud voice. I hope it is clear now. If still you feel any kind of difficulty, you can ask me on my personal chat. Okay. Now let's move to our next poetic device. Now student, rest of the poetic devices we will be discussing in the next video. Okay. After this video, I will be sending list of the poetic devices. You will note down all these poetic devices in your notebooks. Thank you. Have a nice day.